About the castle with Barbara Barekite, if I have it correctly. A Lithuanian film, although that is probably not correct because nowadays films are made not just in co-production. We used to see many comedies decades ago uh, with Italian and French participation. Lino Ventura acting in an Italian film. If indeed, there was one recently with Fernandel as a priest, made in Italy, and then Italian actors in French films. Now it seems there is a participation from quite a few places. Our very own movies have quite often French funding and French producers, co-producers. And I'm just thinking if 4 months, 3 weeks, 2 days, our masterpiece, listed by Time at one point among the top 100 best movies, not of the year, but in general, of all time. If it was not, again, with French backing. So, anyway, the heroine here is a Lithuanian girl living in Dublin. She's only 13, and in fact, I'm thinking about the actress. How old would she be? The character is very, very young, and so is the artist, but I'm not sure if it's exactly the same age. And whichever way it is, it's a difficult, daunting task, and a wonderful performance. There are three women, otherwise daughter, mother, and grandmother. Grandmother has lasted to an important extent in that she needs help. She doesn't know where she is quite often. She has this tendency, they walk together, granddaughter and granny, and all of a sudden she walks towards the sea and walks into the sea. She has to be taken back. However, at one point she provides the girl with some opportunity, mischievously, or worse. Our heroine kidnaps the grandmother. She pretends that is the case. She sends a note. If you want Granny back, you have to pay 500 euros. In fact, Granny is just next door. They live in a sort of a condominium, a place where I'm thinking it's not the poor, or is it? Anyway, it's not rich people that get together, and the next door neighbor is, in fact, a Polish woman who works as a maybe a stripper. Anyway, she's dancing at a nightclub. We don't see her performing, but that's the idea. And when she goes to Poland, she's back with a black eye. Presumably, the husband partner found out about her job and showed his appreciation of it. And when she's off to Poland, the woman gives the keys to the protagonist, to water the plants. But then Granny is parked there, listed as kidnapped, and as I said, she's asking for her mother for 500 euros. The goal is I I should say noble, and we can take the Machiavelli doctrine. The goal justifies the means. She is a musician. That's what we start with in the movie. Mother and daughter performing, and the girl asking the audience, well, if you want to, or telling the audience, if you want to listen to more, you can call and we can come for a little concert. But they don't have the option of doing this, except, as I said, on occasion, and otherwise the girl is 13 still in school. Although she is prompted by a colleague of her mother to come to the factory and work as well. Factory, it's actually a place where they deal with fish. Sort of a packing plant of the kind. And mother has no more weekends at one point because when the daughter is complaining, so what would you have me do? I mean, if not this, then we're out in the streets, and what else? So tough life. And she has no money for the girl to rent the keys she needs for an exam and to pursue what she sees as a possible musical career. At one point she is asking, and she's allowed to use for practice the keys, the piano in the nightclub for gentlemen. Not at night, and she wouldn't be allowed to be out at night during the day, but still, in proper circumstances. The idea of this blackmailing plan is to force the hand of the mother to give her the amount, a little more than the amount needed to rent and be able to go at the castle in the title, to perform, and eventually from there to create a path for herself. So, in other words, an interesting movie, exceptional performance from the leading actress, young, more than promising. Une certitude. She's clearly more than a promise. She's already a good actress. And we learned something about life, at least life of the community of foreigners in Dublin.